Welcome back to the Bears Sports Network. Aaron Cox joined by women's head coach Katie Pate. Coach, you're still worked up from that
I'm
one.
so sweaty.
Well, I don't blame you. A crazy end of that game, so let's start at the end and work our way back. You guys end up winning 57-56. Yep. Let's start at the last play there. There's a lot of arguing about whether there should be time left on the shot clock or not. What were you saying to the referee?
I just asked, based upon the fact that there were 35.5 seconds left and the thing had whittled down, if you just did the math and a little bit of subtraction. I'm not great at math, but the rules explanation to us was that they go by the buzzer, and when the buzzer does not go off, despite the light going on, they put a second back on. I had not heard that rule in Terp, but so new to me. Hopefully I'll be able to use hopefully I won't ever have to use that. Yes. But that was what happened on that action. And then, of course, sometimes it's a great thing I lose my voice because I am screaming timeout on that last possession with the 5.5 seconds. 5.2 seconds. We were going to advance the ball and run a play. And thankfully, the officials didn't hear me. Yes. And they ended up calling the foul, which was surprising to say the least.
I was obviously shocked that it happened with the bonus already being in effect. And really, I mean, sometimes you need a lucky break where a player in the other team commits a foul when they shouldn't.
You know, it's funny you say that in referring to that word luck. Our quote of the week, and I'm going to do it a misjustice, even though I'm the one that types it on there, is something to the effect of really great hard work merely guarantees us the opportunity for good luck to find us. And so we've worked really hard, and this is an incredible team that we just played. But you know, sometimes it's a little nice to have those Christmas angels on our side.
Absolutely.
So a blessing there at the end for sure.
Well, it really a game of two completely different halves. As far as your offense is concerned, almost identical output.
Yeah,
the second
absolutely.
You held them to a great defense in the first half, just 16 points. But they seemed like they figured some things out at halftime, though.
Well, and that's, you know, and to Mike Mincy's credit, he's one of my favorite coaches in the league. He's absolutely an incredible tactician. Got to give Mike and his kids just a ton of credit. I think this is a late December game, Christmas break coming up. A couple things go your way, a couple things don't go your way. And, you know, it ended up the horn was in our favor at the end. But certainly the defensive side, we were extremely pleased with what we did in the first half. My assistant, Brad Mangum, had the scout. He had us very well prepared. But, yeah, we talked about it in the locker room. I mean, Carson-Newman is a championship-winning squad. They'll get top 25 USA Today votes, and we knew there were going to be a different team coming out. There's no way the team that's number 6 in the nation in scoring is going to come back and shoot 14.7% in the second half. It's just impossible. The numbers just aren't in that favor. So they did exactly what we knew they were going to do, and that's be great scorers. You know, they've got some great one-on-one players and got us in a little bit of foul trouble. Our adjustments were a little bit slow, but in the end, like you said, offensively, we were right where we usually were. And at the end of the day, as we worked on the scouting report and talked to the players, going into this game, we have the number 1 defense in the nation right now, averaging 46.8 points per game. They have the number 1 offense in the South Atlantic Conference, and it really came down to who was going to be the best at what they do, and we're going to do it a little bit better than the other team. And so we really like what we did, and to be able to hold a team that averages 83 points per game with the offensive output that they have on that squad to just 56 points. It's a familiar score from last year when we beat them here. It was 59-52. So, you know, we did our job on the defensive end for sure.
Aaron Cox chatting with Lenoir-Rhyne's women's head coach Katie Pate. We're talking about some offense here for you guys, and really the whole game came down to free throws. First, Morgan Cooper, who started off having some trouble at the line, 2 for her first tip, but then knocks down 3 out of 4 down the stretch to get the game back tied.
I'm glad you kept that count. Yeah. The whole time I'm like, what are we going to do in this situation? I would like hack a shacker every time. But, you know, I got to say, on Morgan's behalf, you know, she's a senior leader. She's a captain. She gave a pretty compelling pregame speech to her teammates before we stepped out on the floor tonight. And you know, you go 17 of 31, and we really almost had to throw out the statistics in this game. We had some statistical objectives at the pregame. Usually when we meet those goals, we usually come out on the win, and I stepped into the locker room, and one of the second things I said was, we didn't win any statistical categories tonight, but we did do the one thing that we do very well, and that is guard. So Morgan had to be on the floor from the defensive side, and she hit the ones that mattered, obviously, to really put us back in the game.
And also to her credit, all those fouls she was drawing by being aggressive and going to the rim led to you guys getting in the bonus, and then Swango being fouled there, heading to the free throw line, and how tight of a situation is that with 0.5 seconds remaining, tie game?
The kid has guts. She has guts galore. I am so proud of Justice. It's been a long journey for her here, and she's continuing to grow as a player. But the irony is, 2 days ago in practice, we put offensive output in all of our drill work. We put 83 points up on the guest side, which is what Carson-Newman averages, and we scored every team drill in a 2-hour practice. And this is no lie. With 17.7 seconds left in practice, the score was tied 83-83.
No kidding.
No kidding. And so what we ended up doing is we went to a shooting drill that was an individual drill, and we put no time on the clock, and we had to make a free throw to win. And we shot team free throws, and we ended up, I think the final score was 91-83. But anytime that we can put ourselves in those situations, get those kids ready for that. She plays for an incredible high school team, transferred us from Georgetown. She knows what the pressure cooker situation's like. I honestly had no doubt in my mind when she stepped to the line that she would do anything but make that basket.
Now, once she made the first one, did you tell her to miss the second one, or were you just going to have her shoot it?
We talked about it. My concern is we went back and forth real quick. Like, should we have it miss? And I said, no. I said, just take a great shot, because there's always that notion of you airball it because you're trying to miss it, and then they get the ball out of bounds. 0.5 seconds, you can catch it in the air, you can score it. And with their shooters, I didn't want any part of it. All we need to do is make sure that it hit a little something. If she made it, it's a bonus. If not, there's just no way they could get a shot off.
Last question, I'll let you go and cool down. So obviously, huge win, and you got a break now, Christmas break coming up. So what do you take away from this game, and what do you tell your girls going into the break?
Well, we don't have a break yet. We actually have a non-conference game on Monday.
That's right. You do have one more before the break. Okay.
So we've got Carson-Newman, I think, wrapped for the break, but we've got Davis and Elkins out of West Virginia coming here on Monday for a 2 p.m. start. And they have just an incredible scorer in Stephanie Wooten, who's just from down the road from North Lincoln High School. And we've got to do our job on them. They're 8-1, I believe, on the season. They lost by 10 to a great Radford team in an exhibition. Beat Fairmont State, Fayetteville State. So they've got some great wins under their belt. And it's our responsibility to do the South Atlantic Conference justice and make sure that they understand what they're coming into.
So no rest for the weary. Then you go Wednesday, Saturday, Monday. So you got one more. You guys,
one more.
You still got enough in the tank before the break.
Without question.
Fantastic.
No question.
Congratulations on the great win.
Thank you very much.
Head coach Katie Pate. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back in just 6 minutes, start of the men's game here on the Bear Sports Network.